Every year, the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas gives us a little glimpse into the future. But this year was different. This year, the future actually got physical. For years, we've talked about AI as this thing that lives in the cloud, right? It's software, it's code, it's in our phones. But the huge story coming out of CES 2026 wasn't just about AI getting smarter. It was about AI getting hands and wheels and really a permanent spot in our day-to-day physical lives. So what are we even talking about with physical AI? Well, think of it like this. It's the exact moment AI jumps off your screen and into the objects all around you. We're talking about devices that can actually see their environment, think about it, and then do something in the real world. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. We're going to see how this whole trend is popping up on our bodies, on the road, and right inside our homes. Then we'll get into who's actually building these machines, and we'll wrap up with the biggest question of all. Are we even ready for this? All right, first up, let's talk about how AI is, getting under our skin. And sometimes, I mean that literally, to completely change the game for our personal health. The show floor was just buzzing with all this new health tech. We saw these super specific wearables like the Peri patch for perimenopause. Then you had devices giving you this incredibly deep holistic view like the Withings scale that measures over 60 different things in your body. And what's really interesting is this shift away from screens. The Luna Band, for example, lets you track your health just by talking to it. No screen needed. And listen, there's a really good reason we're seeing this explosion in health tech. Just look at the market for women's health technology alone. It's projected to hit a massive $112 billion by 2029. So yeah, this is a huge, huge area for growth, and you better believe companies are racing to get in on it. Okay, next up, let's hit the road, because out there AI is officially moving from the passenger seat right into the driver's seat. Now, just to give you some perspective on how big a leap this really is, look at how far we've come. Back in the 2000s, car tech at CES just meant like a new sound system. Then in 2011, Ford showed off the first all-electric car there. Just last year, it was all about these cool flying car concepts. But this year, the whole theme was thinking cars. The whole focus for the auto industry has completely shifted. I mean, horsepower, battery range, yeah, that stuff still matters. But the real race, the real competition now is over the brain of the vehicle, the AI that gives it the power to actually think. And you could see this new automotive brain everywhere. We saw more prototypes for urban air taxis than I've ever seen before. In-car assistants that you can just have a totally normal conversation with are basically becoming standard now. But the real game changer? It's how these new systems think. We're moving way beyond just recognizing patterns on the road to actual AI reasoning. That's what lets these cars handle really complex, totally unpredictable situations. Okay, let's bring it back home now, because physical AI is getting ready to become our newest and maybe most helpful housemate, the robot. Yeah, get ready to meet your new housemates. The dream of a robot that does all our chores, it's getting so much closer. You've got companies like LG and SwitchBot showing off bots that can cook, clean, and even do the laundry. And hey, it's not just for us humans. The Frontier X Vex is basically a personal autonomous filmmaker for your pets. How cool is that? But all of that kind of pales in comparison to the biggest leap forward. Because we're not just talking about little specialized robots anymore. We are now talking about a general purpose robot. One that's built to work right alongside people in the exact same spaces that we do. And then came the showstopper. Boston Dynamics unveiled the first production-ready version of its Atlas humanoid robot. And this is a massive deal. What used to be just a wild research video that went viral online is now a real product ready to be put to work in factories and warehouses. It has superhuman strength, 360-degree vision. I mean, this isn't just a new gadget. This is potentially the start of a brand new workforce. So you have to wonder, right? What is making all of this possible right now? Who are the ones actually building the foundation for this whole new era of physical AI? NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang really nailed it when he was talking about their new AI model for cars. He called this a pivotal moment for physical AI, and that just perfectly captures this huge industry-wide shift that's happening. And the biggest names in tech are all in on this. NVIDIA is building the reasoning models for cars. Samsung's planning to put AI into 800 million physical devices. And at the same time, you've got AMD and Google building the giant infrastructure and software platforms to power it all. It's not just one company, it's a whole ecosystem coming to life. So, okay, the tech is here. The infrastructure is being built out at an incredible scale, and that brings us to the final, and honestly the most important question. What does all of this actually mean for us? I think if there's one huge takeaway from CES 2026, it's this. AI has officially broken out of the screen. From the little devices monitoring our bodies, to the cars that drive us around, to the robots in our homes, this technology is becoming a constant physical presence in our lives. So as these incredibly intelligent machines become our companions, our chauffeurs, maybe even parts of our own bodies, we're building this future of unbelievable convenience. But the question we have to start asking ourselves is this. As AI becomes a physical part of our world, what do we stand to gain, and what part of ourselves might we risk losing in the process?